on the computer. We have a little laptop we like notate where it's at and go by the. And there's more. Look on either side. You'll see more.
Making it?
Yeah.
It's the dust. Yes, anywhere. Well, you have to breathe it, and it goes into your lungs. So it kind of has to be airborne.
Isn't that one of the things they used on the lawsuit when they were getting the river back in the Owens Valley there, the
Yes.
Lake Bonnell Lake?
Yeah, so that's why they have sprinklers
Right.
on the lake bed now to keep the dust down.
Right. I
Yeah,
remember.
yep, you're right.
I gotta go pee. It,
Go ahead and have a look at this plant.
I should have grapes on it.
We'll go over that in a minute. No, that's still fiddleneck. So we're going to talk about this plant right here. It did have flowers last week, like little beautiful pea-like flowers that were yellow. This is called Douglas milkvetch. It has another name, locoweed.
Oh.
Yeah. So it doesn't really affect native animals, but like horses and cattle can eat that, and it somehow disrupts their digestion. And they think they're going crazy, but it's because they're starving to death. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, this one, and you can see the seed pods. When these seed pods, they kind of look like the bladder pods. When they dry out, another name for this plant is rattlesnake plant. So when the wind blows the seed pods, it sounds just like a rattlesnake. Let's see what else we can find.
Oh, it's not that hot. Oh my god, mommy.
What do you see? A coyote.
Where?
Right up there.
I don't know, you'll have to find it. I can never see anything even though it's right in front of my face.
Right up the road.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh.
I think he's watching something. He's tiptoeing.
Where?
He's high.
Where?
He's just coming down the hill. About eye height.
Oh, I see it.
like Jake.
I see it. It's right there.
There must be like a squirrel or a gopher over there.
On to something.
I'm waiting for him to pounce.
Just checking it out.
Yeah. Is he digging?
No, I think it's just
No, he's just waiting.
he's stealthing. Maybe this gopher holder is watching.
Dinner. I know, and he doesn't care that there's people on either side of him either. Or her.
That's a
They're
protection.
very, very focused. So if you ever go camping here, when it turns dusk, you will hear coyotes. Almost like a given. Yeah, so after we close, they start singing. See, come on, dude, do something. Did he go to the bathroom?
Kind of looks like
Go to the
it.
bathroom.
Looks like it.
Just jumped up on her feet.
Oh yeah, he's shaking his head.
No, I think he missed.
Did he
Yeah.
get it?
No, I think
He might
he
have
missed.
missed. He might have missed. Looks
He
like.
missed. He started digging real quick, but he missed.
Was he? Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I know he was like digging at the hole or wherever he was going for a second there.
He goes, I'm out of
Don't
here.
look at me.
I'm out of here.
Don't look at me. Looks pretty young.
Yeah.
No, I think he's still going.
There goes the kids. Never run away from predators.
Certainly is.
Chase you.
I think he doesn't realize we're here.
I love it. They all left mom up there.
Yeah.
Mom's taking pictures. All right, so while we're waiting here, let me tell you about this plant. The last time we did this wildflower hike was 2 weeks ago. And in that 2 weeks, I can tell quite a few things have like dried out a little bit. So I'm gonna like expand our wildflower hike to a plant hike. And this right here is saltbush. And you have to realize that all of this land used to be under the ocean at one time. So there's a lot of salt in the soil. And this is a plant that can actually take it up through the roots, come out and deposit it in its seeds and on its leaves. And the Native Americans would use the salt off of here to, put salt on their food, change their diet a little bit. So salt bush, and we have at least 3 different types of salt bush here. So they're okay. Now if I was to plant some of my plants from home here, they probably wouldn't do so well. And then down below, we'll see mostly willow. We'll try to see some willow up close because its pods are coming out right now. The female flowers are nice and fluffy, and we like to call that wind will snow. All right, Howdy still there?
Yeah.
That right there is the Douglas Milkovich or loco. See, that had flowers too. All right, let's see what else we got. And just what I said, there's not very many flowers. Look what we have. Poppies. Poppies. All right, folks in the back, we have poppies to match my earring. So these are California poppies. Or disc poppies. There's actually a Mexican poppy. It looks exactly like this, but it doesn't have the disc around the bottom of the flower. And this has a very interesting way of seed dispersal. So when these flowers get pollinated, it'll drop the petals off, and we'll start having a seed pod start growing very long, very long, very long. And when it gets mature, it starts drying out. And as it's drying out, it has these like indentations on the side. And as it dries out and gets like really super dry, especially on a hot day, they'll twist and they'll pop apart and they will throw their seeds away. And the reason that most plants do not want their offspring to grow by them and compete for sunlight, water, nutrients in the soil, and so they want their seeds to go somewhere. When you're walking through the grass and you get stickers in your sock, That's that plant. Plant is using you to disperse its seeds. Like you're supposed to go home, sit in your grass, and pull those out right there. And if you see the willow with the fluffy seed pods, or the Fremont cottonwood, that's how it got its name, those are wind dispersed, and you'll see them in the air as we're walking around. So these flowers they're very canny. You know, they know what's up. They know how to get rid of their kids. Most of us have to wait till the kids are 18 years old and decide you better get a job or go to college, right? You know, people that don't have kids, that's probably what your parents said to you.
I know what job I want. This job could be fun. Oh, Mommy, I think I'm gonna die already. Mommy. Oh, I didn't keep up with that. Trying to keep up with you guys is hard. It's hard to be able to survive with that cactus and salt. And local for the crazy nights.
Anyone local.
So, I could have lived. You don't kill the snakes, you love on them. Shh, get out of the way.
I try to be loud, but I just don't have a loud voice.
Oh.
I do my best. That's what we do. We do our best. Usually not this many people show up.
Oh.
Like last time, I think I had 19 people.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we had a question about what are these tubes out here? This is part of our restoration plot, and we call this the pollinator plot. So in each one of these tubes is planted a pollinator plant. In this one right here, and we could probably, let me see if I can take it off. See it? Now the only reason I'm taking this off is because it's got a good growth on it. If it was smaller, I'd leave that on to keep animals from eating it, and it works like a mini greenhouse in the winter time. But this plant looks very successful, so I'm just going to take it off. And we do have a sign here that talks about it. So buckwheat, does anybody have like buckwheat pancakes or heard of this? Yeah, that doesn't come from this buckwheat.
Damn, we'd have pancakes too.
But this is California buckwheat, and it gets beautiful little orange flowers on it. It has this insect that loves to collect nectar from this. Has anybody heard of the tarantula wasp?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So tarantula wasp is known to have a very powerful, painful bite or sting. In fact, I think it's, second in the world for pain? The guy that would sit there and like, give that a 1. You know, that lets himself get stung all the time. But they're very docile. So if you come up here and you see a wasp about this long with orange wings, that's a tarantula wasp. They're collecting nectar, they're herbivores, and then they'll start looking for a tarantula. And that tarantula, when she finds it, she will sting it and it will paralyze it. She'll drag it into a hole somewhere where it'll be safe and lay her eggs on it. And when the eggs hatch, they have a nice fresh tarantula to eat. It's a hard world in nature, isn't it? Oh, look, he's chasing him. That kestrel was chasing the raven. Good for you, kestrel. Oh, these look really good. Here's the field of...
Where's the wildflowers, Mommy?
Those are all the branches, sweetheart. There'll be more.
No, where we're gonna take pictures. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. We're concerned about her. Okay. I like the wind
I know it feels really good on my back right now.
since it's hot. I don't know if this long hair will even work.
Noticed any holes in the ground? Yes. What do you think made those holes?
Go first.
Definitely gophers. Are there other animals here that may make holes in the ground?
I go for snakes.
Snakes will definitely use the holes. Foxes? No. We have a squirrel hook
Mommy.
here called a ground squirrel.
Oh, what did you do with the
One
water?
of The gigantic ones that I feel I'm gonna like fall into
Where am I
and
at?
would be like, you know, never be seen again. But these are gophers, and a lot of animals use these holes. But gophers will also collect like acorn seeds, seeds from flowers, things like that, and store them. And if they forget about them sometimes, and say it floods, those can actually grow. They can sprout and grow up through the ground. So they're very good for planting things. The problem is they like to eat them too,
You can.
especially my garden.
Thank you, Finn. Oh my God, Mommy, you got a rash.
Alright, so there's some down here. There's these plants right here. The common name is blue dix, and that's because the scientific name is Diclostema. So that's how I got its name. It doesn't mean anything else. It is in the Brodea family. At least it was Brodea when I was going to college. And it actually comes up from a bulb every year, like a tulip, you know, or hyacinth or something like that. And it is edible. So the Native Americans would actually gather almost as many of these bulbs as they could. They would roast them in an underground oven lined with rocks, and they would eat them. I don't know if you can eat them raw or not. I've never dug one up and eaten because I work here. I'm not supposed to do that. But they're really beautiful purple flowers.
Oh god.
This is cute how they did this.
But it's not as safe as you think it is.
No, it isn't.
You could fall.
The dust or the dirt or whatever. Honestly, it's really good. Not when you're old like me. I'll just be happy when we're done.
Okay. I'll wait for you.
Okay. Youngin. Here's your puppy. Okay. Thank you.
So every once in a while I get her out for things like this because it's good.
Yeah.
She's graduating this year, so she's 18.
Yes. Yes.
So
Congratulations.
we wanted to do
Graduating
this
and
for a
birthday.
long time.
Congrats. Woo, big 18.
Water! Mom.
Don't worry, we're gonna go right by it. I'm gonna talk about those fuzzy little things on the trees right there.
Oh, cool.
There, photo op.
All right, let me get over here.
We might be able to find some cool areas.
All right, I hope everybody can hear
But
me.
some of this is part of that.